Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make this dress. So this this dress has an asymmetric design in front, and these are the fabrics I'll be using. This is the lace design, this is the lace fabric, this is the lining, and this is the crepe I'll be using for the center part of this dress, this center part here, right? So the lace is stretchy, so I got a lycra fabric. So for my front shoulder, my shoulder measurement is 16 divided by 2 is 8. So from my center front I'm going to mark 8, and then I'll come down 1.5 inch for my shoulder slope. Okay, so measure again to be sure that I have my 8 inches. Your bust line, you can do your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 inch. So I'll be doing 7.5. I'll come up here 1/2 inch. This my back shoulder slope is 1 inch, so I'll be using the back shoulder slope. So I'll come up here 1 inch. I'll do 7 inches. You can do 7.5 from here. So from here I'll be doing 7 inches, but from my back it will be 7.5. Okay, 3 to 8, and then I'll come down 3 to 8 again. So I'll use my ruler, I'll connect, and then I'll use my French curve, and then I'll connect my armhole. So this is my front. Okay, so from my shoulder slope here I have 7 inches, so I'll come up from my shoulder line. So what I have is 8.5, so I'll mark 8.5 here. So this will be my bust line, right? So I'll mark 8.5. So I'll connect with a straight ruler. My shoulder to waistline is 15.5, so I'll mark by 15.5 here. So this is my waistline, 15.5, and I'll mark 15.5. This will be my waistline, right? Under bust is 14.5, so I'll be doing 14 inches. So 14 inches under bust. So this is under bust. So my bust point 10. So this is bust point. Waist to tummy. That's the biggest part of my stomach. So this is my waistline. Waist to tummy I have 5 inches. So I'll mark 5 inches here. I'll mark 5 inches. This is very, very important because it's for a bump, a pregnancy bump. Because from the tummy part is the biggest part of the waist. Okay, waist here. So my hip line, I have 12 inches, then 12 inches. So this is my hip line. So this is hip line. My bust measurement is 9.5 for the front. This is my center front, guys. So waist circumference is 34. So this my tummy circumference is 42. That's 10.5. My hip circumference is 42 also. So my hip and my tummy has the same measurement. It's 10.5. I'll mark 4 inches from my waist. That intake I'll be doing here, I'll be doing 1.5 altogether. So I'll mark 7/8 here, and I'll mark 7/8 here. Okay, so I'll connect to my bust point on my center front 4 inches. So for this place, so I'll connect it. I'll connect from here to my 1.5. I'll be adding back my dart intake. So my dart intake here will be 1.5. I'll connect from my waist. So this is my waist to my tummy, and then from my waist to my bust line. So from my tummy, I'll connect to my hip line. Okay. And then I'll use my French curve to my shoulder slope to my armhole. So I'll connect Another easy way you can do this is to mark your shoulder measurement on your bust line, and then draw a straight line, come up 2 inches, come in 0.5, and then draw your curve. My under bust dart, so the under bust I'm doing is the difference between my back and the front is 1.5, so I'm doing under bust dart of 1.5. From my bust point I'll come down 1.5, now connect to my bust point. That's the difference between my back and my front. I'll come down from my waistline, that's my dart line, 5.5 inches, and then I'll mark my 4 and now connect down. So this is my dart line. It's a very long drain, so from my waist to my knee, so from this is 27, but I'll come up 2.5 inches, so I'll be doing 24.5 inches because it's a mermaid dress. It's a mermaid dress, so it shouldn't be on my knee exactly. So from my knee, my waist to knee is 27, and then I'll come up 2.5 inches more, so I'll be having 24.5. So from my waist to knee here is 24.5. From my hip line 2 inches, because it's stretchy, so I'll be coming in 2 inches. So this is the 2 inches, and then from my 10.5 I took out 2 inches. What I have is 8.5, so I'll mark my 8.5 here because it is stretchy. Or alternatively, you measure, guys, you are free to measure. Okay, guys, I'm taking out 2 inches from here because it's a stretchy fabric. Please make sure you don't take in too much so it's not too tight. From my hip line I'll connect to my knee line, my new knee line. This is my new knee line. So this is the back. This is 16 inches, 8 inches. So my shoulder slope for the back is 1 inch, guys. So I'll confirm again and be sure that my 8 inches is correct. So this is it. And then my neck width for the back, the width is the same as that of the front. So for French curve to connect, and then use my ruler to connect the shoulder. I'll measure 8.5. Remember to add your zip allowance. The front is 15.5 and the back will be 14. So I'll mark 14. So this is my waist line for the back. Okay, 12 inches for my waist to hip. By 12 inches here, and I'll mark 12 inches here. And take my measurement for my bust line measurement is 9.5. So for my waist I have 8.5. Okay, so the back, and then I'll connect to the hip measurement. So before I connect to this point, remember my dart for the waist for the front is 1.5, so I'll be adding my 1.5 inch dart here. So I'll connect it to this point, and then I'll connect to this point here. So from this part here, I'll mark my 4 inches. I'll come in, I'll mark, and then I'll mark my dart intake 7.8, 7.8. My come up 5 inches. I'll measure 4. I'll measure 4 inches from my center back and be sure I'm correct. So this is my 4 or 6 inches. Then I'll measure my 4 also to be sure. Then I'll connect with 24.5. So I'll measure my front, what I have in front. I have 8.5. So I'll come here on my back here, I'll mark 8.4. So instead of marking 8.4, remember we took out 2 inches. So I'll be sharing the 2 inches. So instead of marking 8.5 here, so I'll come in here, I'll mark 1 inch here. So I'll come in from my I'll mark 1 inch from here. I'll mark my 8.5. Okay, so this will be my hip measurement, my knee line measurement. So from here, from my waistline, I'll come in 0.5 first. I'll come in 0.5 for my back tightening. Come down here. I'll bring it down to my dart line 6 inches. And then I'll connect it this way. So this place is going to come, just created a butt illusion. Okay, back tightening, I'll connect it back to my waistline, to my bust line. Waist to floor is 47, so I'll mark 47 from my waist to the floor. I'll return back to my front pattern and I'll mark 47. I'll measure 47. So this is 47. So measuring what I have here, 20. So I'm trying to get a straight line. So this is 22.5. So I'll mark 22.5 here. So this is my waist to knee line. Okay. So what I have here, I have 8.5. So I'm going to mark 8.5 here. And I'll use my ruler. Connect it from the knee line to my floor line. So this is the floor length. So you can see how pencil it is. So if you want to sew a pencil, a straight pencil dress, just go ahead and do it this way. Now also connect it to the front. So what I have, I'm having 1 inch and a half. I'll come on here. Also I'm 8.5. Like this, same way. Okay, so you can see from my waist shoulder to my knee to the floor. This is the complete draft, full draft. So you can see the front and the back. So because we'll be doing some alterations in front, is to get another clean sheet of paper. I need my full front, so I'll trace from my shoulder to my waistline. Okay, and then we'll close it down. So this is it, guys. I got a clean sheet of paper and I placed it under pin. I pinned it down. After pinning, I use my tracing wheel to trace from the waist, and from my waist to my shoulder. And after which, this is what I have. So it's on fold. So after doing this, I use my ruler to mark out my line. So after which, this is what I have. This is my under bust, and this is my waist. This is bust point, and this is bust line, right? So now I also traced this part. I needed it on this place because I need my full front. So this is what you get after tracing. You can see you need your full front. So now I want to align our bust dart. So before we proceed, I would like to align my bust dart. So what you can do, I'll put a tape here. I'll put another tape here. So I'll just fold it. Instead of cutting, I'll fold it. So now I want to mark our underbust. So my underbust circumference is 34. So 34 divided by 6 will give me 8.5. So I'll mark my 8.5 here. So this is my 8.5. This is my 8.5. So I'll measure what I have here. I have about 1 inch, so I want to tighten my underbust, so I'll do ½ inch here. I'll do ½ inch here, right? And then I'll use my French curve. I'll connect, and then I'll connect with my ruler, connect it back to my. So this is what I have. Okay, so I will just trace this. I'll either do the same thing on this side or I trace. Okay, so what I'll be doing next now is to draw out my design. I'm using a pencil, so I'll be using a dotted line. So I'll come so I'll connect it to my underbust. So this is my underbust, and then so I'll close this part again, and so I'll close it, and I'll bring it. I want it to stop here, this point here. Okay, so this is what I have. So from this part, yes, it touches my underbust, and then I fold this part again, and I'll bring it. So you only do this once you are sure. So guys, this is what I have. You can see. Okay, so I haven't done this. So now we want to I'll cut this out, and then we'll close our dart. So for the meantime, we'll be moving this dart, because we will be closing this part here. Now this is the one that we are using. So because we'll be closing this part here, so I want to move the dart to my armhole. So I'll connect with my pen, with my curve, my armhole curve. I'll bring it down to my armhole a little. Okay, so you can now decide, just to be safe, you can do 1 inch, so you don't have it shorter. So bring it down just to be safe, guys. It's not compulsory. Okay, so this is it. So, and then for this now, my dart, I'll be connecting it, because I'll be closing the whole of this. So I'll be connecting this to this point here. So I'll get this, and I'll get my ruler, and I don't want it straight, so I want it a bit curved. So I'm going to bring it this way on my bust point here. Okay, so this will be my number 1, this will be my number 2, and then this will be number 3, and this part here, like this, will be number 4, and then this side will be number 5. Please don't get confused, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have close this, that, close this, and then we'll open here. So let's go ahead and close. Okay, so as you are closing, so for this part here, I'm supposed to even close it before, to make sure it aligns. Can you see? So this is how it is. Okay, so I'll cut this out like this, and then I'll close it. This one is a wrong one, please. This is a wrong line. So I'll label this shoulder, and this is neck line. Okay, this shoulder, because by the time you finish cutting, this is up. You'll be confused a bit. Okay, right. So now I want to close this dart. So I'll start by cutting this dart. Then cut this. And then you close this part. See, this is my dart. Now close it. Cut this part out. So this is out. Okay, so we'll continue from here. Join together with this. Okay, so when you get to this point now I'm going to cut it. So what you can do is to fold like this. So this is how it's going to be at the end of the day. So I'll cut it out. So you stop here. So close our dart. And then you open this part here. Closing. So I've closed this dart. So this is my dart, and I'm closing it to have a single piece. So my dart is closed. I'm going to cut this out. So before I continue, this dart here, I'm going to close it because I don't want any seam line around here. So I'm going to close this dart. You can see the dart. So you can cut it out or you fold it in this way. So you can see I folded it in. So it's just to blend. So I'm going to cut my lines out, the second curved line, so you can see it. You can fold it in like this and fold it in this way and cut, or you cut and then close. So whichever way works. Is out. So I'll put this, the dart. You can see my dart leg here. So in case I'm going to close it. This is what I have. So I can now cut this dart out now. So this is what we have, guys. And this, create it. Yeah, if you don't want to join it, you can decide to cut it and then sew. I just want the joining to be around here alone. So this lace fabric, and then this will be crepe. Join this together, and then you join this together. So after joining this, you join this, and then you join this. After joining, then you can now take this and join to this, and then you join to this. So this is the side, everything has been arranged. So this is the one that will go, this is the number 3, this is 1, 2, and this is 3, so this will be a different fabric. No, it won't be here. Okay, so I'll keep this aside now. So I've added 6 allowance on this side. They added half 1 inch, this half inch. Every part that will be joining will be doing 1, and then this is the side, this will come on this. Remember, this side will come on this. So this is the side, this is 1 inch and this is 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch, 1 inch, and then every other part is half inch round. So I will cut it out. This is 1, this is, I cut 1 and I double this. I'll be using 1 as lining, and then this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. This is the back. So for the skirt, I already have a tutorial on how to cut a mermaid skirt. That's why I didn't show this as to I don't want the video to be too long. So this is the back and this is the front. So guys, this is it. So guys, these are my pattern pieces. So I'm taking number 1, I'll join number 1 to number 2, and this is number 3, this is number 4, and this is number 5. I use this gum to gum the lycra to the fabric. So this is it, just gum the side. So I'll keep this. You also need the pattern so you don't get confused while joining. I'll start from the bottom. This is 4 to 5. So this is the bust area. So I'm going to join this side together. This is the chantilly lace that I'll be using for the sleeve. I used it to cover the crepe fabric, and I used the gum the same way I gum the fabric using the fabric glue. I'll iron the same lines open. You can see I didn't use any stay. Iron the same line open. I can decide to put cup if I like under the bust. This is under the bust, and then I'll iron the same lines open, and then I'll join the lining. Okay guys, so this is the lining, and this is, so after ironing I'll sew my frills around the neckline, and then I'll use my lining to turn. So the same way you sew your lining, you can see the way it is. So that is how your lining is going to be. So I'll use my lining to turn the neckline and everything. And thank you guys. Please, if you watch to this very point, please do not forget to subscribe and like this video.